curves, his punches, where, you know, like the first few rounds, he throws very few punches.
He's just measuring. He's a computer, man.
Yep.
10th round, maybe by 4 or 5 points. So I'm very disappointed that I don't know what the judges saw. I really don't understand.
The whole way, you know, so I don't know, man. I think it's bad judging, incompetence as usual, I think, and I'm retired for a reason.
Joe Rogan has claimed that Manny Pacquiao was defrauded during his bout with Mario Barrios. He commended Pacquiao's quickness, claiming that despite his age, he was still incredibly quick and nimble. Rogan drew attention to Pacquiao's improved control and cleaner blows throughout the bout. He claimed it didn't make sense to him and that he couldn't comprehend how the judges had decided on Barrios. The result seemed utterly unjust and depressing.
But once he gets in there, he's hyper competitive. He wants to win at all costs. He's gonna put himself at harm's risk to make sure he gets that W, man. I've always liked Wonderboy, man.
I couldn't believe Kevin Holland decided to have a kickboxing fight with him. I couldn't believe Kevin Holland, they made a deal, no going to the ground. He's like, let's just stand up. Like, what are you saying?
I don't think Holland was going to take him down anyways.
Well, I think you would try. I mean,
Holland would have been worse.
Fantastic jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah, Holland's but the wrestling,
yeah.
And that is like one of the things that drains people, you know. He might have got stopped early if he went for a takedown, and I think that's kind of what hurt Izzy in the Pereira fight, putting those takedowns up there. It takes a lot of gas. If you haven't been doing that for a lifetime, wrestling is one of the most draining things for the energy tank.
Without a doubt. I think with Izzy, though, like he talked about that left leg getting compromised, the calf kicks.
When the choice was made, Sean Gibbons didn't hide his annoyance. Being intimately familiar with Pacquiao's squad, he was astounded by the way the bout appeared on the scorecards. According to him, Pacquiao had carried out the ideal strategy, with deft moves, clever combinations, and exceptional activity. Gibbons called the judges' ruling an outright injustice and expressed shock at it. In his opinion, the result not only disregarded Pacquiao's performance, but also conveyed a negative message about boxing's fairness.
By Manny Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, here in Las Vegas. Sean, for many people, they felt that Manny had done enough to have his hand raised tonight, felt like he rolled back the years and was going to be WBC champion once again, wasn't to be a majority draw instead. So how would you assess the fight? What are your reflections?
Well, I would assess it that to me, I was amazed. You know, I've seen Manny in the gym. I saw him working. But until you see a guy in the fight, you don't know 100% what you're going to get. The guy was so smooth, relaxed. I had him like up going into the 10th round, maybe by 4 or 5 points. So I'm very disappointed that I don't know what the judges saw. I really don't understand.
So we've just had a press conference and you can see even though Manny doesn't, say it himself in his emotions, he's disappointed. How do you guys regroup from that? And what was the mood like in the dressing room after the fight?
You know, it was just kind of disbelief a little. Like, how does that happen? Why does that happen? Manny Pacquiao, at 46 years old, making history, vintage performance, gave it his all in the ring. And why, he's been robbed on a few occasions. Now, he's got a few, decisions that were close, that went his way. But the mood was like just disbelief. Just like, why does it happen? I don't get it.
With the fight itself, what was you most pleased with from Manny's performance?
Was it?
With the fight itself, what was you most pleased with from Manny's performance?
Well, I mean, everything. I mean, the guy, for 46 years old and training 7 weeks, he had stamina.
Freddie Roach reacted with emotion and attention right away. He wasn't afraid to demand an instant rematch because he was certain that his opponent had done enough to earn the victory. Roach cited Pacquiao's precise blows and his mastery of the fight's cadence as unmistakable evidence of his triumph. He believed that Manny's performance was much more convincing than Barrios, and that setting up another fight was the only way to make things right. Even at 46, Roach's faith in Pacquiao remained unwavering.
We had a great fight. Manny fought very well, and he even had a knockout in there somewhere. I thought he won the fight 8-4, but that's the way things go, and we would like a rematch right away.
One sentiment was repeated by fans and analysts on social media. The winner ought to have been announced as Manny Pacquiao. His accuracy, defensive awareness, and pace management were emphasized by others. Most people agreed that Pacquiao had outboxed Barrios, and that the official outcome was puzzling. Many believe that such rulings could erode boxing's already shaky fan base and dealt a harm to the sport's reputation.
So Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios ends in a draw. For me personally, I feel like Manny Pacquiao got robbed in this fight. I had predicted Manny Pacquiao to lose, but I do not think he lost this fight. Even though it wasn't perfect, I thought he pulled it out the bag. With his sheer tenacity, his veteran grit, we even saw flashes of that signature volume combination punching, was super durable in this fight. And he even used mind games and tricks and tactics to get Mario Barrios off his game. Mario Barrios was distracted, he was hesitant, he wasn't throwing a lot of punches, he wasn't listening to his corner, and overall, even though it ended in a draw, I thought Manny Pacquiao should have won, and this fight would have made history, and it's a real shame that it didn't. But comment down below and let me know what you guys thought about this fight.
Sean Porter, a former champion, gave a scathing analysis of the bout and leaned heavily in Pacquiao's favor. Barrios didn't assert himself or display the kind of tactical diversity that is expected at this level, he noted. Pacquiao, on the other hand, displayed a variety of skill levels by slicing angles, faltering, and establishing combos with seasoned timing. Porter's criticism focused on the fact that Barrios was cautious, while Pacquiao appeared in control, making it hard to defend many of the rounds that Barrios won.
Sean, he may not have gotten him out of there in 3, but he looked like he damn near won the first 3 rounds. What did you think of Pacquiao tonight? Who do you think won the fight?
It was really hard for me to give Mario rounds. I thought that, Manny is a systematic fighter. He works, jab, 1-2s. He's always leading with the straight left. I don't feel like Mario took control, took charge at any points. I don't know if he outlanded them at any point in any rounds. It was hard. It's really hard to see from where I was at. But all in all, I just felt like it was, if you had a meter, it was really swaying Manny's way the whole way. So I don't know, man. I think it's bad judging, incompetence as usual, I think. And I'm retired for a reason. I didn't retire because I couldn't get decisions, but simply put, there's a lot that goes on in this game that I don't agree with. And this just adds to my fire.
Fans observed selective portrayal in official media after the contentious judgment. The follower wrote, even the PBC highlights only show Barrios' punches, even if Manny clearly won the round. His remarks sparked worries about biased editing, implying attempts to sway public opinion away from the actual events of the battle. When asked about the outcome, Teofimo Lopez was candid. The rising star stated unequivocally that Pacquiao had won the bout in his opinion. Pacquiao's activity and ability to make solid shots throughout the rounds were commended by Lopez. Although Barrios had his moments, he pointed out that they fell short of Manny's consistent effort and influence. The claim that there was a major error in the scoring was strengthened by Lopez's support.
So, plus the commentators, I don't know what they're talking about, how they saying it, but I scored a 9-3.
Is there any way Barrios eked out a draw, or just that was highway robbery?
Maybe the championship rounds, but even then, I felt like Pacquiao stole them at the end of each round. So, hey, I'm just a spectator tonight, you know what I mean? But it's good to see Manny at 46 going 12 rounds with a world champion. Got to give him that.
Well, you always talk about the industry and some of the funny stuff. So, conspiracy theory, Tio. Why do you think then, if Pacquiao clearly won the fight in your eyes, they would make it a draw instead?
I get in trouble, Sean. I get in trouble when I talk about these conspiracies. But nevertheless, hopefully we see him again.
Would you want to? You think he should?
Look, we got a champ right here.
Anchuab. Gary, regarding Pacquiao's performance, Russell expressed respect, particularly in light of his advanced age. Russell found it astounding that Pacquiao could outsmart and outwork a younger opponent. He declared with assurance that Pacquiao dominated the most of the exchanges and won at least 8 rounds. Russell highlighted how it was difficult to argue against Manny's deservingness of the victory because of his consistent footwork, quickness, and punch output.
Entertaining fight. Father Time didn't show in Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people thought his age was going to catch up with him. It didn't play a part at all in that fight. He was fast, he was strong, he was in shape, and he didn't show any kinks in his armor. I'm proud of him. To many more than Manny Pacquiao, I take my hat off to him.
Who would you love to see him fight next?
Honestly, I would like to see a rematch. I would like to see a rematch. Why? because I don't think that was a legitimate decision. So, but it is what it is, you know.
What do you think Mario could have done better to actually sway people to believe this was a draw?
He could have been more active. I feel like he was waiting too long. Mario Barrios, he's a precision fighter, you know, but Manny Pacquiao, he's too busy for a fighter that's just want to sit there and take pictures and look pretty. Mario Barrios, I feel like he got to be punctual when he's boxing. You can be a boxer, but be an effective boxer. You know, I feel like he was just waiting there in the pocket a little too long, and that just kind of like cost him a couple of rounds. That's why I say I don't think it should have been a majority draw. A split decision, Manny Pacquiao, I think.
What was your scorecard?
Split decision, Manny Pacquiao.
How many rounds did Manny win?
I give him 7, 8 tops.
You felt like Mario?
8 tops. But I feel like Manny Pacquiao all around outworked Mario.
Journalists and boxing experts loudly denounced the ruling as a robbery. Many thought Pacquiao would make history by winning the world title at the age of 46 in this fight. It left a bitter taste that he was denied the chance despite what seemed to be a successful attempt. Experts advocated for changes to the way fights are scored at the highest level, pointing out that the judges appeared disengaged from what actually happened in the ring.
Robert, they robbed Manny Pacquiao, the 8th division world champion, 5-time lineal, should be 13-time world champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. And did he show he was the GOAT last night in Las Vegas, Nevada versus Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios, he fought good, but he didn't fight like a legend. He didn't fight like a great fighter. Is the reason why I believe that Manny Pacquiao and his wife, Jinky, shout out to wife Jinky, believe that he could come back into the sport of boxing, especially in the 147-pound division, because the 147-pound division is nothing special unless Manny Pacquiao was there. Manny Pacquiao was so good that these guys haven't even done nobody has done nothing significantly great outside of Bud Crawford beating Earl the True Spence. In the time that Manny Pacquiao been out, nobody has done anything significantly great. It makes guys like Manny Pacquiao want to come back to the sport of boxing and fix this garbage. Let me go back to the sport of boxing. That's what we're talking about right now in the welterweight division, the rematch between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. And Manny Pacquiao will beat Floyd Mayweather in the rematch. I said it. I like Floyd, a legendary fighter, but I believe how Manny Pacquiao fought yesterday, and we haven't seen Floyd Mayweather. I know he's still in shape, but this Manny Pacquiao, and the footwork that he displayed yesterday. And like he said in the post-fight interview, he threw a little bit more punch, but of course he's 46 years old. But I'm just saying, even at 46 years old, he's better than all these guys. He'll knock out Devin Haney, like worse than Ryan Garcia did.
The decision startled boxing fans worldwide, and many of them vented their annoyance on social media. This user's tweet, "He landed more, controlled the pace, walked him down, and still lost," was one of the most impactful responses. Traditional boxing politics. They didn't rob Manny, they robbed the sport. His remarks confirmed the sense that more than one boxer was harmed by this result. Boxing itself was painful. This bout fueled the fire of recent trends in boxing judgments that have raised questions. Analysts noted that, particularly in high-stakes fights, dubious choices and frequent draws are becoming all too common. In the Pacquiao versus Barrios bout, the ruling seemed to be just another instance of judges taking odd stances. Inconsistent judging, according to critics, erodes the legitimacy of sports and alienates devoted followers who demand justice and openness.
Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios ends in a draw. Oh, it's musty.
The hatred. Musty energy.
First and foremost, Gervonta Tank Davis' resume is aging like spoiled milk. His resume is just being absolutely disgusting. 2 of his best wins, Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia, both of them got cooked. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old and went through that just to get a draw. I thought Manny Pacquiao won the fight. Mario Barrios, it might be time to retire, my brother. This is back-to-back draws, bro. Back-to-back draws for Mario Barrios. This is absolutely musty at the highest level. Mario Barrios just in there with no sense of urgency, could not stop Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao, 46 years old. The second round, his check engine light came on for his knees. Check engine light came on for his back. Pacquiao did not want nothing to go down to the body. Mario Barrios just went life and death with a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Bro, I'm absolutely disgusted, man. Mario Barrios is officially food at 147. That's why everybody just jumped in line. I wouldn't be surprised Shakur Stevenson want to fight Mario Barrios. Bro, I would not be surprised if Inoue want to fight Mario Barrios. That's right. Inoue coming up all the way to 147 to fight Mario Barrios. This is just nasty at the highest level. Get it together, PBC. And they paid $90 for that. Y'all paid $90 for that, bro. Lord, bro. Lord. We streaming Fire Stick Boys back outside. That's the Chili Killer.
The Hatrix. Musty Energy.
After the bout, one user said, Manny Pacquiao clearly won this fight, echoing the sentiments of many fans. He was robbed. The phrase encapsulated the general dissatisfaction with the outcome, as viewers felt Pacquiao had done enough to win, but the official judges had wrongfully disregarded his efforts. A thorough round-by-round study from multiple independent sources made a compelling argument that Pacquiao had won more rounds than the official scorecards indicated. Observers saw that Pacquiao's round victories were inexplicably disregarded despite his accuracy and activity. Numerous experts came to the conclusion that he ought to have at least influenced a divided, if not unanimous, decision. This strengthened the argument that the judging was erroneous and potentially prejudiced. Almost all boxing insiders criticized Barrios for taking a meek stance. Most people anticipated him to control the pace, press forward, and land hard shots when facing an older opponent. Barrios appeared hesitant and reactive instead. Analysts argued that the fight storyline was seriously faulty if Barrios was unable to defeat an elderly Pacquiao. His inaction strengthened the argument that Pacquiao was the real aggressor and deserving victor.
Barrios, embarrassing performance, but a good performance for Pacquiao considering what had happened. Cook me all you want in the comments. I blame this more on Mario Barrios, just not. He's the worst. Jinky Pacquiao did a great job matchmaking this. He is by far the worst champion, world champion I've seen in boxing in a very long time. Mario Barrios did absolutely zero. He had hurt Manny, I think, in around round 11, and he let him off the hook, didn't do anything. He'd hurt him to the body one other time, and he looked really good in the first round. Horrible performance by Mario Barrios. How he got a draw, I wouldn't have given him a draw. I had Pacquiao ahead. And I thought for sure, even if it was close, they would give it to Pacquiao. They give it a draw, majority a draw. I'm not going to say that I'm not shocked, but I think it was the best case scenario for Manny. And Barrios got lucky. It was a best case scenario for Manny because it moves the division forward a little bit, but he didn't look that bad. Barrios looks horrible. If he was in there with Brian Norman Jr., he would have been KO'd, or God forbid he was in with Boots. Manny, I know people are still going to say, look, Manny won. Manny did not look good. That's to tell you how bad Barrios is. He didn't look good at all. His punches were sloppy. He was slow. He didn't look effective. I don't care what anybody says. That's what I saw. Granted, he's 46 years old.
Manny Robus approached his evaluation from a technical standpoint. He clarified that Pacquiao used footwork to establish angles and keep distance, executing a strategy that was almost faultless. Few 46-year-olds could box at that speed, never alone effectively, Robus stressed. His desire to see Pacquiao return to the ring demonstrated how much his passion and enthusiasm are still needed in the sport. Social media users were adamant that Pacquiao should have won. Barrios' tactful demeanor and lack of violence, particularly against an older opponent, infuriated them. Many believe Barrios lost the opportunity to establish himself and take charge of the bout, and they questioned how such a lackluster effort resulted in a draw.
It was a very this
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah.
Manny won.
Yeah.
Manny won. He shut me up, man. I honestly thought that Barrios was gonna win big, and Manny showed up, man. Manny, I was pulling for Manny, and I was hoping to see. Look, Manny back in his prime, bro, forget about it, man.
Yeah, he was a
Forget
monster.
about it. But it was a good fight, but still Manny did enough to win. This was not a draw.
Do you think Manny will come back again?
I hope so. After this performance, I sure hope so.
Guerrero has a solid yet sentimental point of view. He emphasized how the audience reacted to Manny's outbursts of anger and how the venue's vibe shifted in favor of the Filipino legend. Guerrero came to the conclusion that practically everyone else in the arena scored it, even though the judges might not have for Pacquiao. The supporters' response was unmistakable. That evening, Manny was the champion of the people.
People do not see it that way. I know, it's great. But everybody loves Manny. Come on, everybody loves Manny, no matter what. I mean, you know, I think he edged it out. I think he won it by a round or two. So, you know, I just think Mario Barrios needed to use his jab a lot more. He needed to pump it. I mean, that single jab, it's kind of tough to get, you know, to keep Manny off with his speed and his power with the single jab. Hell no, I want to fight Manny. Throw him in with me. You gotta play the video game, Pac-Man Ghost. It's like that my whole career. He's been running from me, so.